So I'm Tanya. I'm the founder of Soul Academy. And Soul Academy has been around for, goodness, about 25 years. It's been an in-person course for not just women, but also for men for that long. And last year, it's been about a year that I have decided to take this online and fine tune it for women specifically. Because I believe I love women for a start. Of course, I am a woman, so I love working with women. I relate well to women. But also, as women, we are natural empaths, we are natural psychics, we are all psychic. But most of us don't even realize that. We don't know what that looks like or, how to develop it. A lot of the time, as women, we can sit in comparison to, other empaths or other psychics and believe that we are never going to be as good as that psychic, that we don't have the skill to be able to step into what they're doing. Yet we have this innate desire in us to contribute to the world in a really compassionate, soulful way. Because essentially, that is our feminine energy. We are soulful, we are spiritual, we are nurturers, we are caring and compassionate, and we love to give. We are natural givers. And so we want to be able to give to the world in a peaceful, nurturing, compassionate, soulful way. And so we've all come into this world connected to our higher selves. We are feel, and I'm not saying that men are not psychic. Men totally are. We are all intuitive. We all come in here and tapped into our intuition. But as we grow from childhood into teenage years and into our adulthood, we tend to lose a lot of that. The veil becomes thicker and it's harder for us to reconnect to how connected we were as a child. And some of us, we have grown up in an environment where it hasn't been nurturing for our spiritual growth, for that connection to our higher self, for our connection to source. And so a lot of us lose that even from childhood. We come into it as a newborn baby connected, and you will see this. So when you look at a newborn baby, for example, or a baby up to about 6 months old, maybe even older, you will notice that they will often be looking off to the side of you. They could be smiling or having conversations with something that you see clearly is not there, but they see spirits. They are closely connected, more closely connected to the other side than we ever are throughout our lifetime. It's in the beginning of our lives and then at the end of our lives, just before we leave this world. And often that's like a very small space of time. Like, say, for example, somebody's ill and they've been ill for a long time, they're more likely to be closely connected to the other side because they're going to see their loved ones. They're going to see the angels that come in to support them to transition from this plane onto the astral plane and onto the heavenly plane. So for for babies, they are in this realm for a lot longer. They've been in this realm for a long time. And when they are developing, so when they are growing that human body within the mother, within the womb, then that child, that soul of that child can come in and out and in and out of that soul many times before it's actually born into this world. So it's not fully in that body at the time. And so what happens is when that baby is born, that soul is fully in that body. And that doesn't leave that body unless it's in dream state, right? When they're sleeping. And the beauty of this is because they're still connected to the other side, they bring that with them. So they can see. So when they're looking to the side of us, they can't focus. Their naked eye, physical eye, cannot focus entirely on what's actually in their physical world. That everything is blurry for them. They can't focus properly. That's why they can't look at you clearly. And so that's because they're closest to the other side. They're closest to the other realm. And so they will look to the side of you. They can see your aura. They can see spirits around you. They can see your guides. They can see angels. They can see so much of the other side that we cannot see. And we were the same as babies, but we won't remember that because up till the age of 3 years old, we don't have a consciousness. We're all unconscious. And so that's why a lot of our memories, we won't remember anything until the age of 3. We can't remember anything younger than that. We are developing our consciousness. And this is developed through the adults in our life, our carers, our main carers, the main adults in our life, and whatever is happening in the experiences that we have up to the age of 3 years old. Everything that we see and everything that we experience and feel becomes our unconscious. And that's why we have these limiting beliefs that become ours. They are often our parents, and that's why we can look at our parents and we can see, I'm like my mum or I'm like my dad. Like I look at, like I had a belief for a long time that I had to work hard for success. That was my father. I had exactly the same belief that he had all his life. And I see it clearly now and that's because that became a part of my unconscious. That was his belief that became something that I believed because I saw it as I grew up. It became an experience that I saw on consistently through his behavior. And so it confirmed to me that that is true, but it's not true. And so the beautiful thing about this is that, obviously, so when a child becomes 3 years old, they become conscious of who they are. They start feeling really conscious about who they are in the world and that they are this separate entity from their consciousness. And that's when our memories start. And when we think back, we can remember things from the age of 3 years old. Goodness knows, I don't know where I was going with this, but this is what I do, guys. So I come on here and I also do this in my free community. I have weekly spiritual musings where I don't know what I'm going to say before I get on live, and I'm just connected with spirit and I just receive downloads around what I say. And often I'm not actually talking, but I'm being channeled. I'm the channel for the messages that are coming through. So it feels to me sometimes like I'm rambling a little bit, but I just feel Spirit's telling me that this is necessary to be talked about right now. I don't even know how I started, so I'm really sorry. I'm deviating a little bit. So I really feel that. Okay. So then what happens is I'm back on track. Thank you, Spirit. So we've got this beautiful consciousness and we're stepping fully more into who we are as human, and we're becoming more grounded on this earth. Okay, so we're stepping fully into our body. And then what happens if we are brought up in a family or in an environment where the beliefs or the spiritual values aren't really there so much. You may experience a lot of trauma and don't feel like you've got that spiritual guidance around you, or you may have been raised very religious in one particular religion. And so a lot of what you have seen or what you've come from is forgotten. And your beliefs change, and they can change to the point where if you've had negative experiences around spirituality and you've got positive experiences around things that are opposing those beliefs, then you're going to turn your back to a lot of the spiritual gifts that you have. And this is normal for most people. For a lot of people, they get to this point in their life where they're like, well, I don't believe in that. I think, and they don't understand why. It's just what the way it is, because it's the way that you've been raised, and it's the beliefs that you've had unconsciously put into you before the age of 3, and and this has been confirmed over and over because of, like nature versus nurture. It's and so it's become a belief. It's become your reality. And so you've believed in this. So when we are given opportunities to really look at what our beliefs are around spirituality, and your soul wants you to wake up to your gifts, if you don't do this consciously, you're going to receive massive tower moments. The universe is going to throw you some really traumatizing experiences that make your world come crashing down, so that you believe and you go back to remembering why you were here, what you came in here to do, what your beautiful gifts are. And what will happen in those tower moments is it won't just be about throwing all your structures out and making dramatic changes in your life and really creating a lot of trauma for you. This is how you experience it. It's not what the universe doesn't want to cause you trauma, just wants to wake you up to what your actual gifts are and why you're here. But what's going to happen at the same time is you're going to see teachers and mentors appear. You're going to see spiritual mentors appear in your life, whether they physically appear in your life, whether it's like online, like something like this, whether it's through messages. It doesn't matter how it happens. You will receive a spiritual guide through in your life at that time to help you to see that. It may be even through a course. It could be through anything at all. You will receive tower moment with a spiritual mentor at the same time. So when you need to be woken up to your purpose, that's how it's going to happen for you. And right now, in this world, currently, as the planets are aligning and smack bang in the middle of 2 massive eclipses, our lunar and our solar eclipses. So for anybody who's watching this, like after 2025, mid-March, to the end of March 2025, this won't be relevant for you anymore in terms of, the eclipses. But what I'm sharing is definitely relevant for what's happening, because the thing is what's happening now for us is that there is a portal right now. We're in a portal right now where we have the opportunity to shift a timeline, like completely turn over a timeline and step into a completely new timeline. And this is to do with fate and destiny. This is something that we chose to do when we came into this world. So the universe, or the source, or spirit, or whatever, God, whatever way you want to look at whatever that power is called for you, however you sense or see that power, it's waking you up to stepping fully into your fated, destined purpose, right? And it's all spiritual. We can deny spirituality. We can deny that, oh no, I'm not a spiritual person. We are all spiritual people. We are. We are soul first. Our soul is eternal, and we come into this life before we even come into this life. We came in with a plan. We knew what we wanted to learn. We knew, and we can see this in astrology. We can see this from, when we are heading towards our north node, from our south to our north node. And, we've got Chiron, our healer, supporting us to get there. We can see this. This is our purpose, and it's always from a spiritual basis. Always from a spiritual basis. It doesn't matter that you don't practice, that you don't believe in it. That doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. It's the basis is that you are a spiritual soul before you are human. And so you're here to grow your soul. You're here to evolve your soul to higher frequencies. And right now, our planet is moving and increasing in frequency. The vibration is getting higher and higher. And so we have to move with that, because if we don't move with that, we're going to be left behind. We're going to end up stuck and stagnant and fearful and anxious and overwhelmed. And who wants to be that? Who wants to stay in that energy? We need to move forward. And especially if you're a light worker, if you are here and you are a light worker, we have a mission. We have a really special, important, incredibly powerful mission right now to really embrace others and support them to step fully into their potential, into their mission. Anyway, I feel like that's that's it right now, but I just want to invite you all to fully embrace this beautiful mission, because we are here on this planet right now in this time as things are shifting for a reason. And we need to appreciate that we are here because we're meant to be here right now. We are part of the change. We are part of the shift. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I know me. I feel so grateful to be here right now. There's been massive changes in my life the last 2.5 years. And when I look back on those years, I had no idea what was going to happen right now and what was happening in my life and how much impact I can have on other people's lives. You are the same. You can have an incredible impact on someone's life, even if it's just one person. You are an incredible light worker and you are here for a reason. So anyway, if you are watching this and you're going, wow, I love what she's saying. Yeah, totally get you. I relate to everything you're saying and I'm ready for it. If you are ready, if you really want to fully embrace your spiritual gifts, you don't know what that looks like. You're feeling a bit confused or disillusioned around it. Maybe you're feeling energy drained at the moment. Maybe you're comparing yourself to other psychics or other light workers. I teach women how to discover and develop their innate spiritual gifts and psychic gifts. So if that's you and you would love to learn more about that, then please comment below and I will get in touch with you. I'd love to connect with you. There are some, check out my bio. I've got links to having a connection call, and I would love to chat with you around how I can help you grow and fully step into your mission. Because believe it or not, this is the start of beautiful change on our planet. And you are part of that. So thank you so much for listening and have a beautiful day, everyone.